yesterday the definition of Bhagavan, Saraisarja Purno Bhagavan. All riches, all strength, all reputation, all beauty, all knowledge and all renunciation. It's complete. Because I have got million, whether one has got, that is not million, trillion, it is unlimited. Asama urdha, that is the version. God must be asama anurdha. Asama. Nobody is greater than God, nobody is equal to God. That is God. If you find somebody equal to you, then you are not God. You may be demigod, but the God means supreme. Ishara Parama Krishna. That supreme God is Krishna. Parama. Supreme. Nobody is equal to Krishna, nobody is greater than Krishna. Therefore Krishna is God. There are so many gods nowadays. Actually, the Mayavadi philosopher, they say everyone is Narayan. But what is the proof? We find out from the Shastras that Narayan has got 4 hands. So where is your 4 hand? You are claiming to become Narayan. So where are your 4 hands? Just manifest your 4 hands at least so that we can understand you are Narayan. No, without 4 hands. And Narayan is Lakshmi Narayan. He is the husband of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. So where is your goddess of fortune? You are begging from door to door. Where is your goddess of fortune? You have become Narayan. This kind of God and Narayan is going on, bluffing. But we are not bluffed in that. We follow the Shastric injunction. What is Narayan? We cannot accept Narayan as Daridra, Daridra Narayan. What is this? Narayan is the husband of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Samrama Sivvamanam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. How Narayan can become Daridra? So these are manufactured words. You cannot find all these words in the Shastra. They are manufactured, concoction. So we are not concerned with this concoction. Jasastra Vidhimutsija. We must follow the Shastras, the Mahajana. Mahajana jena gatasya pantha. We are not perfect. Therefore, we have to follow the footprints of the perfect. And that is given in the Shastra. Whom you have to follow. Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kapila, Kumara, Manu, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Vaiyasaki, Bayam. The 12 Mahajans. We follow Lord Brahma, just like we belong to the Brahma Sampradaya, Madhacharya Sampradaya, Gauriya, Madha Gauriya Sampradaya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, spiritual master, was Ishwar Puri. Ishwar Puri's spiritual master was Madhavendra Puri, and Madhavendra Puri belonged to the Madhyacharya Sampradaya. Therefore, we present ourselves belonging to the Madhya Gauriya Sampradaya. Similarly, from Brahma there is one Sampradaya. Similarly, there is another Sampradaya from Lord Shiva, Rudra Sampradaya. There is another Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, Kumara, Kopila Manu. There is Nimbarka Sampradaya. Similarly, there is another Sampradaya from Lakshmi, Sri Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya. So we have to understand the philosophy through the Sampradaya. Sampradaya Bihina je mantraste vifalamata. If you don't accept, in ordinary life also, in political field, to develop, one has to accept a party, this party or that Congress party or Janasangha party or this party. So the aim is the same. Aim is the same to serve the country, to develop your country, but still there are parties. Similarly, the aim is the same, to understand what is our relationship with God. But the development is made by different parties. So, the parties must be bona fide. As Krishna says, his party, Imang vivassati jugam prattavan ahamabhyam vivassan manabe praho manu ikkaka vibravit evang parampara praptam imang rajarsayo vidu. Krishna said that first of all I instructed this yoga system, bhakti yoga system, Bhagavad Gita, to Vivassan, the sun god. And the sun god, whose name is Vivassan, the particular name is also given. It is not vague that at the present moment the predominating deity in the sun planet is called Vivassan. So he spoke this Bhagavad Gita philosophy to his son, Vivassan Manavepra, Manu. Manu is the original person of the human society. Manusya, man. So Manu spoke to his son Ikkaku, Maharaj Ikkaku. He is the first person of the Surya Vangsha. There are two Kshatriya families, one Chandravangsha coming from the moon and the other from the sun, Vivassan. So Maharaj Ikkaku is the original personality in the Surya Vangsha Kshatriyas in which Lord Ramchandra appeared. So in this way, there is parampara system. If we want to understand the real fact, then we must receive from the parampara system. Just like we have got our genealogical table. I understand my great-great-grandfather by the parampara system. Not that I manufacture some name. No. Therefore, Krishna says that imang evang parampara prap. The Bhagavad Gita knowledge must be received by the parampara system. As it was spoken by Krishna, and as it has been received by the later acharyas. Although there are different parties, just like the Sri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, they are all in agreement that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, all these acharyas, they will not say anything that because I belong to Brahma Sampradaya, I speak something else. No. We are all in agreement that Krishnastu Bhagavan Sayam. That is accepted. So Krishna said to Arjuna, Sakalena Juga Nasta Paranta. In course of time, that parampara system has been lost or broken. Therefore, Krishna said, I am speaking the old truth unto you, so that you begin the parampara system again. So, we have to accept Bhagavad Gita by the parampara system. Even the old system is broken. Still, it is existing because Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, and we have to understand Bhagavad Gita as Arjuna understood. Then you are in the parampara. And if you understand Bhagavad Gita as some so-called scholar understands, then you are not understanding Bhagavad Gita. You are understanding something nonsense, wasting your time. This is the fact. If you try to understand Bhagavad Gita as Arjuna understood, that is not difficult. The Arjuna's understanding is there in the Bhagavad Gita. So if you follow the footprints of Arjuna, then you are rightly understanding Bhagavad Gita. But if you are following the footprints of some rascal, then you are not understanding Bhagavad Gita. You are understanding something else. This is the secret. Here we have got so many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. As one thinks, as if Krishna left Bhagavad Gita to be commented by some rascals to understand. Why? He said Bhagavad Gita clearly. Why it is to be interpreted by some rascals? Did Krishna mean that I leave Bhagavad Gita ambiguous and some learned scholar will come, he will explain? What is this nonsense? Everything is clear. Bhagavad Gita, in the beginning, it is said that Dharma Kshetri Kurukshetri Samovita Judutsava Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimapurvata Sanja. Now why it should be interpreted as Dharma Kshetra means this, Kurukshetra means this, Pandava means this? Why? It is clear. Kurukshetra is still existing, everyone knows, and that is Dharma Kshetra, everyone knows. It is not known now from the Vedic age. Kurukshetra Dharma Macharet. Still people go there for performing ritualistic ceremonies. So Kurukshetra is still there and it is Dharma Kshetra from time immemorial. Why it should be interpreted that Kurukshetra means this and Dharma Kshetra means this? Why? Where is the dictionary? But because one has got some whims, he wants to fulfill his whim on the authority of Bhagavad Gita, he interprets in a different way. Therefore we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, without nonsensically interpreting. Therefore it is being effective. Before me, many Swamis went to the Western countries to preach this Bhagavad Gita, not a single person became a devotee of Krishna. Not a single person. There is not in the history. And now, Bhagavad Gita is being presented as it is. Thousands are becoming devotees of Krishna. This is the secret. People give me credit that Swamiji have done wonderful. Nobody could do it. I am not a wonderful man. Neither I do know anything magic. I have presented Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's all. This is the secret. Anyone can do that. You present the thing as it is. Don't adulterate it. Then it will be accepted. Just like Paramanna, kheer. Kheer is very nice food. But if you adulterate it with some grains of sand, it is spoiled. It is spoiled. So that was being done. Bhagavad Gita is the science of God, the spiritual science, but it was being adulterated by so many grains of sand. So people could not understand. We do not present Bhagavad Gita with some adulteration. Krishna says, Bhaktosi, Priyosi, Arjuna. Krishna is instructing Arjuna to begin the parampara system because the parampara system was supposed to be broken. People misunderstood, or somewhere or other it was broken, as it is going on now also. The Krishna said that I shall speak to you this same old philosophy of Bhagavad Gita again. Why unto me? Why Krishna selected Arjuna? There are many others, learned scholars. Now Krishna says, Bhaktosi, Priyosi. Krishna was a military man. Arjuna was a military man. He was not a Vedantist. He was a Grihastha, not even a sannyasi. Why Krishna selected to instruct Arjuna as the disciple of the renovated parampara system? That is also spoken by Krishna. Bhaktosi, Priyosi me, rahasam etad uttamam. Because you are my dear friend, because you are my devotee, you can understand the mysteries of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna did not select a so-called Vedantist to understand Bhagavad Gita. Because Arjuna was not a Vedantist. He was a military man. He is not supposed to become a great philosopher. He was a Grihastha. But the real qualification is to become a devotee of Krishna. Then one can understand what is Bhagavad Gita. Not by so-called knowledge. No. Knowledge is not perfect unless one understands Krishna. That is not knowledge. It is still illusion. Therefore in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mang prabadhat. Mang prabadhat. Surrenders unto me. Vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlava. When one understands Krishna, Vasudeva, as everything, as the origin of everything, janmadasya jataha, then his knowledge is perfect. And so long he is hovering here and there, without any understanding of Krishna, his knowledge is not perfect. that perfection of knowledge is attained, as it is described by Krishna, Bahunam Janmanamant. Bhagavad Gita is to be understood by the parampara system. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, Sarisajya Purna. He has no defects because he is in full knowledge. Oisajyasya samagrasya bijyasya jasasya sriya jnana. He has got full knowledge. Vedaham sarvam. He says, I know past, present, future, everything. This past, present and future knowledge, how Krishna knew, that was also proved. When Krishna said that I spoke this philosophy to Vivassan. Vivassan means to the sun god in the beginning, before Manu. That means about 40,000 millions of years, according to Manu Samhita. Then Arjuna inquired, my dear Krishna, we are contemporaries. We are born some years ago. How is that you instructed the sun god, Vivassan, this philosopher? This inquiry was made by Arjuna. Why? How Krishna knows the past so long years ago? So Krishna replied that yes, at that time you are also present, but you have forgotten. I have not forgotten. That is the difference between ordinary human being and God. That is the difference. God does not forget past, present, future. God knows future. God knows past and present, what to speak of. In the second chapter you will find also, Krishna says that it is not that you, me, and all these kings and soldiers were not existing in the past, and we are existing at present, and it's not that we shall not exist in the future. These are the things. So if you try to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is, then we get some benefit. Not some benefit, the ultimate benefit. What is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? Krishna has come. Krishna is instructing Arjuna. Aiming at Arjuna, he is instructing the whole world. What is the position of the living entities? What is our constitutional position? We are all living entities, and Krishna is God. What is Krishna's position? What is our position? What is this material nature? What is the time factor? What is our activities? These things are very nicely explained. Prakriti, Purush, Jiva, and time, and karma. These 5 things are very nicely described. So Prakriti is also eternal. Prakriti means the energy of the Supreme. That is described in the 7th chapter. That Bhumi Rapa Nala Vayu Khangamana Buddhi Revacha Bhinname Prakriti Astadha. These are these material energies, earth, water, fire, air, sky, and subtle energy, intelligence, mind, intelligence, and ego. Bhinname Prakriti Astadha. And another Prakriti, Aparayam, these are inferior energy. Aparayam, itastu vidhi me prakritim para. There is another superior energy. What is that superior energy? Jiva Bhuta Mahabhaho Jaidam Dharjati Jagat. The living entity, that is superior energy. So, Krishna is the energetic. And these two Prakritis are working. Therefore, they are also eternal. Krishna is eternal, Sanatan. These Prakritis are also eternal. And one Prakriti, we living entities, we superior energy. Why superior? Jayedam dharjati jagat. Because we living entities, we are trying to lord it over the material nature. Material nature is being used by us. Therefore, the material nature is inferior and we are superior. We are superior energy, Prakriti. We are not the Purusha. The Mayavad philosopher, they want to make the Prakriti as Purusha. No. Krishna is Purusha. We are all Prakritis. As I told you, that we have to understand Krishna as Arjuna understood. Arjuna understood, that is described in the 10th chapter. Parabrahma, Parabrahma Parangadhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhava, Purusham. You are the only Purusha. Enjoyer. Purusha means enjoyer. And Prakriti means enjoyer. Purusha means the predominator. And Prakriti means the predominated. So, we are predominated. We are not predominator. If the predominated wants to become predominator, that is false. That is illusion. That is going on. Everyone, all we living entities, we are trying to become predominator instead of being predominated. That is the struggle for existence. And as soon as we agree to become predominated, there is peace immediately. That is called mukti. The description of mukti is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Mukti hitva annatha rupam sarupena avasthiti. That is mukti. Mukti means if you give up the artificial endeavor to become predominator and become situated in your original position, being predominated, that is called mukti. We can very easily understand. Artificially, suppose a woman is trying to become man artificially. How long it will go on? How she can be happy? That is not possible. Actually, in the Western countries at least, we see that the woman class, they want equal rights with man. And there is no distinction. But it is my experience, the woman class, they are not happy in the Western country. And still, in our country, although we are so fallen, still our woman class remains satisfied being predominated. They are happy. They are happy. That is my practical experience. So I do not wish to discuss this point very much, but according to our Manu Samhita, it is said that woman should not be free. Na satantratam arhati. Satantrata is not allowed to the woman class. Actually, we have seen by experience, those who are under the domination of the father, when they are not married, they are happy. those who are under the domination of the husband, after being, they are happy. And those who are under the domination of elderly children, they are happy. So this statement of Manu Samhita, just like children should not be given freedom, similarly, women should not be given freedom, they should be given all protection. That is our Vedic culture. Similarly, Prakriti, just this is an example. Here, either man or woman, everyone is Prakriti. The real Purusha is Krishna. And there is a nice example when Rupa Goswami was there in Vrindavan, in his bhajan, Mirabai went to see him, and Rupa Goswami's message was that he does not see any woman. They are very strict. At least this story is like. The Meera challenged that I came to Vrindavan, I know that only Krishna is Purush here and everyone is woman. So how does it mean that Rupa Goswami is declined to see another woman? So Rupa Goswami agreed, yes, I am mistaken. Yes, Krishna is the only Purusha. So Purusha means the enjoyer, and Prakriti means the instrument of enjoyment. Prakriti, energy. Just like here we see one man is very big rich man, but he is enjoyer by utilizing his energy. Similarly, the whole cosmic situation, whole creation, is the supreme enjoyer is God. Therefore Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram Jagatavasam Sarvaloko Maheswaram Sridam Sarvabhutanam Gyata Mam Shanti Micchati. If we want really peace, then we should understand these three things. The Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the enjoyer. We have to serve him for his enjoyment. That is called devotional service, transcendental loving service. Just like the master is there, and for his enjoyment there are so many servants, they are engaged in his service. That is our position. Mamaivangsha jiva bhuta. You take in so many ways. Our position is to serve Krishna, and by his pleasure we shall be pleased. There are so many instances. Yatha tarodmula nisechanena tippanti tatkanda bhujopasakha pranopaharach jathendriyana tatha sarvahanam ochyutaijya. Just like if you pour water in the root of the tree, all the branches, twigs, flowers, leaves, everything becomes nourished automatically. Similarly, if you put foodstuff on the stomach, then all the indriyas, all the different limbs and parts of the body automatically become nourished. Similarly, Krishna is the origin of everything, root. Aham adidhi devana. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. Therefore, if we try to understand Krishna, if we try to serve Krishna, then our life will be successful. Otherwise, no, that is not possible. So this Krishna consciousness movement, we are preaching all over the world, that Krishna is the origin. The Vedanta says the absolute truth is that from whom everything is emanated, Janmadasya Jata. And it is accepted by everyone. Krishna is the Mool Purusha, the original person. Brahma says in his Brahma Samhita Brahma is supposed to be the original person within this universe. He accepts Krishna, Sarva Karana Karanam, Ishara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadi Radi Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. So this Krishna philosophy means to understand Krishna as he is, without any interpretation. And if we actually understand Krishna, then our life is successful. What is the mission of our life? The mission of life is to get out of the cycle of birth and death and old age and disease. That means to cease accepting material body one after another. That is going on. We are wandering throughout the whole universe in different planets and different species of life. We are spirit soul. We don't require to accept this material body, but we have accepted it somehow or other. Dehinasmin jatha dehi kaumanam jovanam jara tatha dehantaram prapti. In this way you are wandering throughout the whole universe. But if we want to stop it, if we want to become again originally situated in our constitutional position, then we must understand Bhagavad Gita as it is. We must try to understand Krishna as he is. Then our life will be successful. Takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti konte. Go back to home, go back to God. This is very simple philosophy. And everything is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. If we are fortunate enough, we should study Bhagavad Gita as it is, and then we become successful in the mission of our life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
All people say, Aham Brahmasmi, you and all people are part of God.
Yes.
And they say Jiva and Purusha. There is a divinity within us.
Yeah, we are part and parcel of Krishna.
Is a material nature and material. This is not the gross body. This is not the gross body. When we go to bed and sleep, we feel that there is some divine spark in us which puts us on the righteousness.
Yeah.
You have put us that this body is a gross body, but it is a part and parcel of God. That's what
No,
the Shankar
part and parcel of God in this way, it is the energy of God.
It's not Prakriti, it is Purusha. It is Purusha inside.
Purusha inside, that is
That's what
Paramatma.
Shankaracharya says this is
We differ from Shankaracharya. We follow Krishna. We do not follow Shankaracharya. So if you think Shankaracharya is better than Krishna, that is your opinion. We follow Krishna. And Shankaracharya is not original person. Krishna is original person. That is accepted by Vyasdev and all, Narada, Devala. So our proposition is follow Krishna. Nitya Nityanang Chetana Chetananam. The original person. Adi Purusham. Govindam. Adi Purusham. Shankaracharya is say 1500 years. But Krishna is the original person. Before the creation. The creation was made. Shankaracharya also admits in his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, Narayana Para of Bhaktyat, and he accepts Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavan Swayam Krishna. So, you cannot supersede Krishna by accepting Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya admits, Bhagavan Swayam Krishna. So Shankaracharya admits Krishna is the authority. But Krishna says that this material body is Prakriti. How you can say it is Purusha? Krishna says, the Bhumi, Rapanalo, Vayu, Bhinname Prakriti Astadha, these 8 kinds of Prakriti, they are my separated energy. How you can say it is Purusha?
Kshipram Bhaja Dharma, and he also promised Yagya because he was below and loving philosophy. But it is difficult to understand that. Same Lord Krishna told that Bahunam Janmanam Jnanaman Manushyanam Sahasreshu Prashchitya Taksi Desham api Sahasreshu can understand me. Can understand Lord Krishna. If you means knowledge, perfect knowledge is very difficult.
Yeah.
Because
So that is the standard of perfect knowledge, to surrender to Krishna.
yes, but he is so easy that Abhijit Sudaracharu. It means you must surrender, you may do whatever. But at the same
Kopite suduracharo bhajate mam anannabha. Anannabha, without deviating to any other thing. If one is simply sticking to worship Krishna, that is called anannabha. Not that I am worshipping Krishna sometimes worshipping this, sometimes that. No, not like that. Anannabha, one concentrated. Such a person, even if he is found sudurachar due to his past habits, just like these European boys and American boys, they are taken to Krishna consciousness very seriously, but sometimes we find that they are not so clean according to the Shastra. That is supported. Even though they are not sometimes following the routine work of cleanliness or something else, still because he is sticking to the principle of worshipping Krishna, he does not do anything else, then he is sadhu. He is sadhu. Only for that qualification. They are not going to any other demigods or form of God. They are sticking to the simple Mam ekam saranam vraja. This is required. This faith that, as Chaitanya Chaitamritakar says, Krishna bhakti koile sarva karma kritaha. This is the faith, the beginning of faith. If one is strongly believing that if I worship Krishna, then everything will be done nice. That is called anannabha. And if we want to worship Krishna for some purpose and another some purpose, that is not anannabha. His sudurachar will not be accepted. But if he sticks to Krishna only, then his sudurachar will be excused. You are Muslim. Then you believe like Indian. Question of belief. It is a fact. But people say it is belief. Fact is fact. You believe or not believe, fact is fact. Believe. I am son of God. He says, I am God. Therefore there is no difference. If Jesus Christ is son of God and Krishna says God, then where is the difference? If your son comes, I am son of such gentleman, and if you say I am that gentleman, then where is the difference? Where is the difference? If I say I am Mr. Such and such, and if my son says I am the son of Mr. Such and such, then where is the difference? There is no difference. Christ says I am son of God, and Krishna says I am God. So Christ becomes his son, so where is the difference? And Krishna says, Sarvajonishu kaunteya, sammavanti, as many forms are there, living entities. Tasang mahajjani brahma ahanga bija praduk, I am the seed-giving father. Krishna is the father of all living entities. Why not of Christ? What do you say? Is that all right? Thank you. I shall request you, all respectable gentlemen present here, that there is a very good prospect of preaching this Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. That is my experience after working for the last 4 or 5 years. So, our countrymen also, those who are leaders, those who are thoughtful, philosophers, scientists, they should try to understand this Krishna philosophy. That is my request. It is very clear to understand the science of God. Why you should neglect and by mislead ourselves by understanding some misleading interpretation. That is my mission. I want to establish throughout the world that Krishna is the Bhagavan Swam. Here is Bhagavan. Why you are searching after Bhagavan? Here is Bhagavan. I gave the name and address of Bhagavan, his father's name and everything. Why you are being misled? Where is the scope for searching out where is Bhagavan? Here is Bhagavan. See, Bhagavan Uvaj. Therefore the Bhagavad Gita is said. It does not say Krishna Uvaj. See, Bhagavan Uvaj. And his name is Bhagavad Gita, spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavad Gita. Shankaracharya says, Bhagavad Gita kinchid adhita. Shankaracharya says, kinchid adhita. If somebody wants to understand Bhagavan, he must read Bhagavad Gita, kinchid adhita. He never challenges Krishna. So we have to understand the whole thing, whole philosophy, whole science of God through Bhagavad Gita. Then our life is perfect. Why Shankaracharya says, Bhagavad Gita kinchid adhita? Why? Can you say? Little of Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Yes, simply by understanding Bhagavad Gita, I understand what is the science of God.
Read a little of Bhagavad Gita, the entire sweetness of
It is so full of knowledge. It is so full of knowledge.
So full of, it's
Yes.
part of knowledge.
Yes.
Simply recitation of Gita.
Not the parrot-like reading. No, we don't say that. It is still, parrot-like reading also will help you.
Knowledge will be achieved, Janmana,
Yes.
Janmana.
Ah.